Is a national agency mandated by the Department of Arts and Culture with the responsibility of developing South Africa's creative industry by awarding grants to individuals and organizations in the arts. That's the National Arts Council, headed by Rosemary Mangope as Chief Executive Officer. The NAC, together with the Department of Arts and Culture, the Joburg Theatre and the Consolato Generale d'Italia in Johannesburg will be celebrating 100 years of Nelson Mandela Centenary in conjunction with the Africa Month 2018. Now, celebrations are set to take place between the 23rd of May and the 8th of June. The main event during the celebration is the Liberation Concert, which will feature a unique collaboration by seasoned international musicians. Julie Diphofa, the National Arts Council's Arts Development Manager, joins me now in studio to share more. A very good morning to you, Julie, and welcome.
Good morning, Simpio, and thanks for being here.
It's an absolute pleasure. Now, for those who may not know what the National Arts Council does, quickly take us through the mandate of this council and the mandate in the creative space.
Okay. The National Arts Council is a funding agency for the arts. It is an entity of the Department of Arts and Culture. It is mandated to support the arts in the form of grants. So individuals and organizations are eligible to apply for funding for their arts projects.
Okay. Now, this is Mandela Year, the year to commemorate the legacy of Nelson Mandela. So why did you see it fit to commemorate the life of Nelson Mandela through the Liberation Concert?
Mandela loved music. He's a global icon. And in South Africa and globally, the struggle for liberation was meted through music, through the struggle songs and protest songs, which actually had very revolutionary lyrics. So it was important for music because it helps to bypass social barriers and to bring people together in the common good for fighting against apartheid.
Now, the year 2018 also marks the 20th anniversary of this organization. What are some of the biggest achievements that you can list so far, and could this be one of them?
There's quite a lot. We have supported a lot of students to study in South Africa and abroad, and a lot of them have come back to South Africa to study. We have seen a whole lot of young emerging artists being supported by the NAC and growing to form companies that are now actually employing dancers, musicians in expressing their cultures.
Okay. Now, the Liberation Concert, I understand, has been brought about to celebrate, the Mandela Centenary. It features Cuban artists because of Cuba's relationship with the South African struggle. Take us through that.
Mandela had a very close affinity with Fidel Castro and Cuba, and he was actually inspired by him to form a resistant militia in South Africa. And as a result of that, it's very important that we pay tribute to that relationship. In addition, also with Italy, the city of Emilia-Romagna was actually a central point for resistance against apartheid and actually signed a diplomatic compact to support the NAC in 1977 with Oliver Tambo. Hence the collaboration from musicians between South Africa, Cuba and Italy.
What other Cuban elements or what other Italian elements have been added to this?
It's mostly the music performances,
okay.
Yes.
All right. In terms of the artists, who are we looking at?
We're looking from South Africa, we're looking at Vusi Mahlasela, we're looking at Zoe Mudiga, we're also looking at Putuma, Diso, and many others that will be included in the lineup.
Give us the details as to where and when it will be taking place.
The Liberation Concert will take place at the Nelson Mandela Theatre in Johannesburg on the 25th. It's also going to be the main feature marking the Africa Day celebrations in South Africa.
Okay. For those wanting to attend, how do they do that? Where do they get the tickets and how much do they cost?
I'm not too sure about the tickets. I think they'll find out from CompuTicket. The tickets can be sold via CompuTicket.
Okay. All right. Julie, thank you so much for chatting to us this morning.
Pleasure.
Well, that's Julie Diphofa, the National Arts Council's Arts Development Manager, sharing more on the Liberation Concert, which starts at 8 p.m. Friday, 25th of May at the Mandela Auditorium at the Joburg Theatre. All right. It's now back to the main desk with Pearl.